Hi everyone that is out there. I'm Jennifer Dallas coming at you live from Granada Hills, California in Los Angeles County, and this is the MILF Hotline where we talk about life experiences and give you therapy unofficially based on your stories and what you've got going on. Today's topic is going to be dating gripes for the heterosexual people. The reason we're doing heterosexual gripes today is because in a few weeks, for our 20th episode, our landmark episode, we are going to be talking about the difficulties in the gay dating life. And so we're calling it Speed Dating Daddies. And so before we get into that kind of topic in a few weeks, I thought at least what we could do is discuss some things that I'm familiar with, which is how shitty the dating scene is. Hello out there. So before we get started, I want to talk about a couple things. I am wearing one of our new merch items. It says Operator, and on the back, it has the MILF Hotline logo. And I have a TikTok shop. I do not know at all how to show a link for it. So if anyone out there knows how I can do that, I would be super appreciative. But I also have a Shopify store, and all of those links are actually in, is that finally, hello, are in the MILF Hotline Instagram. It's literally MILF Hotline 818. Hi Dave, how are you? I miss you tonight. So anyway, so a couple of things that we're gonna be Dave, you're my favorite. I'm learning about gifts, not GIFs, but like gifts on TikTok, and that those actually are the ones that equate to monetizing. So all of your gifts are appreciated. Mwah. I thought like I could pick at random like which gifts like I was requesting, and I don't know that I can do that. So Kennedy says there's a money gun one out there, and I would really like that one. So we've got the merch store, and we're just gonna kind of get into it. So who else is joining us? Also today I have been going through TikTok and looking at other people's lives and seeing that a lot of people, it's just like them, or they are selling stuff. So I think that our store is really cool. We're trying to get sponsors and other people to collaborate with merch or to be on the show. So if any of you guys out there are interested in doing that, please hit me up. We would love to have you. Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Hey, we love having a hot, single bachelor on our show. And
Sure.
I was saying to everybody, and so I've got the TikTok feed on this side, and I've got you on this side. So my TikTok people can't see you, but our guest, and hopefully you guys can hear him, is the famous Ryder. He is in Santa Clarita. He is a newly single, kind of, very eligible, sexy bachelor, very successful homeowner, and he is here to talk about, hey, come on in, the dating world and how much it sucks. So
I don't know if you kind of brought up what I do for a living.
No, tell us.
I do data science and strategy for mobile apps.
Okay.
So
I did not
I think
know that.
it might be sort of relevant in our subject today.
Yes.
With a lot of the data and analysis that I've done just in the mobile app world. I do work for a big global mobile development company. But anyway, as far as my job is concerned, when I deliver strategy, and a lot of my strategy is based on machine learning and AI.
Jeez. Okay.
So I need to just stay on top of it. I'm the one that when it first came out, I embraced it. I use it as an assistant.
Right.
A lot of people were scared of it, ran away, and complained their jobs are going to disappear.
Right.
But I embraced it. I use it as my assistant, and now I'm using it more and more into my campaigns that I recommend to my clients for strategy moving forward. And and being AI and machine learning, it's going to generally have proven results right out of the gate.
Totally.
Because it's using machine learning and data. So you're safe as long as you're on top of it. Sure, and technology makes everything easy, but some places where perhaps it's not making life easy is the dating scene.
And you know what, Rob? I'm glad you brought that up, because that is what we are here to talk about. My opening thoughts today are. So tonight we're talking about the heterosexual dating scene, because in a few weeks I'm going to be doing a landmark episode where we do how much the dating scene sucks for gay men specifically. We're not talking about gay women, just gay men. And so I figured we would talk tonight. We would talk tonight about something I do. Yep, I got you. Something we do know about, which is the heterosexual dating world. So last night, a friend of mine made up we've been talking about the concept of the one. Is the one out there?
Oh, look, one guest request.
Oh, hello. Yeah, you can come on. Is the one out there? And I'm saying, I don't know that I believe in soulmates. I believe in soul matches. But I'm going to go out there and say that I don't know that the one for everybody is out there on Hinge. Or until it says +1 for Rob. Yeah, we all got you, Rob. But I feel like the one is not going to be out there if you get to shop for it. And I don't know, I'm not going to say that the one is out there, period, but I really feel like if you're trying to find someone and you're trying to shop for them, you're at a disadvantage. A friend of mine said last night, when you're in love, what is it like when you do stupid things when you're in love, because love, has no bounds. Hey, Dave, speaking of being in love.
Hello.
But I was saying that love is like stage 5 cancer. Oh. It is toxic and it will suffer. It will kill you. Oh. It could kill you fast. It could kill you slow. Okay. So, Rob, when was the last time you were on a dating app? Any dating app?
Today.
Today, perfect. Which one's your favorite? Which one you fucking with right now?
So I'm actually on 2 right now. Okay. So I'm on the Hinge X and Match.
What is Hinge X?
That's the extraordinary version of Hinge.
You gotta pay for it?
Yeah, I paid $100.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if people are aware. You have to pay to play.
Okay.
Call them free. They're not free.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you can create an account. You can start going through profiles.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be shown to anyone unless you pay.
Is this for both men and women, or mostly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody can pay for it.
Men and women.
So men
and women. These mobile apps are in the business to make money.
So you guys are saying, sorry, I'm kind of lifting myself up here because I'm really low. Here, wait, hold on, Rob. I'm just going to I have my stuff on stands today, you guys, but my phone is like this. So you're saying that when I'm getting sucked into my doom swiping on Hinge. Doom swiping. It's like doom scrolling, but it's worse. It's doom swiping. You're saying that the people I'm seeing are they not active? Or they're not really playing. They're just have an account.
The people you're swiping through do have accounts, but if you're not paying, you're not necessarily being shown to them.
So Hinge X is basically a better way for people who need that, and it's mostly men, to be able to look at more profiles, to send out more roses, to basically message like women or men, I guess, more often.
So
yeah, and it gives you like priority
likes,
too.
Right? Instead of
it gives you the ability to like more, but also to get prioritized in the list, so that I'm sure you've seen this, so that if you get like 100 messages, somebody who's like a Hinge X user is probably going to be closer to the top of the list.
If I'm getting 100 messages on Hinge,
100 likes, yeah.
100, even still. Oh my god. So this brings up a whole other, it's opening up a whole other can of worms, because I didn't know this. And that's okay. So, what are our thoughts on that? Rob, are you finding whatever anything you pay for and you invest in, there's got to be an ROI, right? There's got to be a return on interest. Is there really a return on interest if you pay to play on these dating apps?
So, yeah, but I think it even goes further than that. You have to understand the playing field first. Okay. So, as an aggregate across all dating apps, you have close to 80% male users versus 20% female users. Okay. So you have already a big imbalance.
Okay.
So you have mostly male users.
More sausage than taco. Got you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then also you have the fact that women tend to date upward in the socioeconomic level. So, and men will date anyone. Men get on these apps and they swipe on everything. Just tell me what I can have.
You're
And
not picky.
women, their inbox is full.
Okay.
But the way to look at it is for a woman's inbox to be full, look at it like a deck of cards, right? So you need to make a selection. You got 52 matches. Are you going to go out with the 10 of hearts?
Okay.
I mean, he's a nice guy.
Okay.
He wants to put a ring on your finger. He's got a decent job. He's decent looking. Or are you going to go out with the 10 of hearts? Because he's also in your inbox.
Okay.
Or the king of hearts. You're going to go out with the king of hearts.
What if
the king of hearts is a player. He's awesome, but he also has a lot of options.
What if I want the Joker? Is that just a fucked up?
Yeah, you might get the Joker. You might have to get a restraining order for him.
You know what? I think I was married to the Joker.
Oh, right.
And I didn't even have to pay to find him. He just was there. So anyway.
Exactly.
Okay,
but
so
to answer your question, the return on investment, the pay versions, generally, and it will also generally depend upon which app you're on.
Okay.
It's good to do your research. Also, to break it down a little bit further, there's the different demographics, right?
Okay.
I'm over 50 years old.
Okay.
Right.
You don't
I'm
look
in the
it.
no bullshit category. I know, and it works out to my advantage.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Yes.
but I'm in the no bullshit category. So it's easier for me to connect with someone, have a good conversation, and actually get a meeting down to happen.
What if
Where the younger ones, they struggle a little bit more.
What's your age range set at? I'm just curious.
I set my age range from 35 to 50.
Okay. And then have you gone out with any dates? Anybody in that 35 to 40 category? And
I just got on these apps today.
You saying hi to me?
Today.
Okay.
Hey, people.
Yeah, so I was dating a girl for 15 months that I met on Bumble.
Yes.
Bumble.
And that was 15 months I dated her.
Listen, in this day and age, that's like a marriage.
Sure.
Okay. So this is gonna, and I want Dave. You can weigh in, even though Dave doesn't need to currently be on the dating apps, but Dave's got it real good. He's got a really good, right, Dave? So
I guess so. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah,
you got it good. So when my experience with the dating apps, I went on recently because I'm like, let's just see what else is out there. I'm just curious. And 90% of it is like names I can't pronounce. Now Dave lives in Palms, and I've said this a million times, and I will say it a million more times. And if you are with someone that is across the 405, you might as well be in a different time zone. It's 20 miles, but it is not 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
you can adjust your distance radius
no, I know.
on there.
But
I'm trying to.
somehow, like I was on recently, just again, because now I'm just using it for fuel for my show, because I'm just like, I want to call people out for the shitheads that they are out there. We're gonna get to Paul in just a second, but I put things like 15 miles, and somehow like Garden Grove comes up, and I'm like, honey, if you are anywhere past the Getty Center, it's not happening.
Well, part of the thing there is that the algorithm's finding people for you that are outside of your range, because they might not find as many matches that are close to you.
Because they're like, this bitch is a bitch. Like, if you guys see my Hinge profile, I wouldn't want to come near me. I'm like really not nice. So, but then so it's either, for me, I wouldn't pay, because I think that the options that I'm seeing for free, unless somehow the paid options are fucking amazing, Rob is the GOAT. This is what I'm seeing. Guys, I can't pronounce their names. They're either they have a kid in every photo. Listen, I've got a kid. I'm not using her to promote my singleness, and I think that's gross. They're decked out in Dodgers gear. I get it. We're in LA, but the amount of people that I see in Dodgers gear, it's like, just get creative. Or the bathroom selfies, and now they all want to travel, which just screams commitment phobe. Sorry, Dave. You're different, but most guys are like, I'm looking for an adventure buddy, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know you. Or they're all entrepreneurs, which means they're unemployed.
Unemployed.
Oh shit, I'm an entrepreneur.
Well, I'm an entrepreneur too, and I don't have a lot of money. I have great ideas. I don't have a lot of money. So, Ryder, Rob Ryder, who's Ryder VQ in the chat? There has to be somebody you know.
No, I don't know.
No? Okay, maybe it's just is it just a fan? But and they're all into film or they're all into photo. Which you would think I'd be like, oh, you're into photo? I was a photo major back in the day. Oh, you like art? It's his favorite nephew, Shy.
Oh, my favorite nephew, Shy. Yeah, he's in Las Vegas.
Shy, welcome to the hotline. So Kennedy, if you knock that over. So I'm just like, I don't want to date someone that's an artist because you're struggling. I'm not looking for a mirror. I'm looking for a print.
So I just met this person on the app today.
Okay, who's this? Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to MILF Hotline.
Hi.
Rob is my special guest because I figured we could, misery loves company, So, okay, when you guys are posting on apps, anyone can answer. Do you feel it's better to I feel like there's a lot of personas out there and there's not a lot of real. I'm going to use 2 examples and then you guys tell me. One is, I would call him an ally to the hotline, but because he hasn't been around in a month, he is on my shit list. Is my friend Jesse. He has these personas, right? And I love him because his natural persona is great. But because I know him and all these pictures he posts are different photos of different times in his life. Rob, I've ever since I've known you, you've been bald. So if you posted a photo of you where you have hair, I'd be like, I'm not trying to date Rob from high school. I'm trying to date Rob right now.
That's called catfishing.
Well, and my hair is short and, a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not unconventional.
Cute as heck.
I chopped it off. I wanted to see it grow. I'm a little nuts.
It's adorable.
Thank you. I love you. But my point is, I'm not going to post photos from even 2 months ago where my hair was to here because if you're not into this look, I would feel...
It could be a lot of people, so you should post all of your looks.
Oh my God. Okay. I love you on that. So then let me ask you this. You're already a winner. The opposite of a strike one. Check in one box. I matched with this guy recently and he looked pretty much the same, but all he was talking about on his profile through different places was hey, I have 2 children right here. I love them.
I heard the gasps.
They're I don't know what they're looking at. Probably some Stephen Hawking AI going down a rampant end.
No,
But anyway.
no.
Okay,
I really like that one. By
Me
the way.
too.
Did love it.
Me too. Hilarious.
It made me gasp as well.
I almost peed my pants last night. But
have you seen the slap? The slap fights?
the slap one had me.
Have you seen
Wait, we're gonna go
Bob Ross painting World Wrestling Fighter?
All of that. Did you see the one where the cat jumped out of Bob Ross's canvas? Is the food here? Watch your head.
Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah. All right,
So
serious talk.
okay.
Serious talk.
So sorry. Though I could go on forever about that shit. Bye dogs. But so this guy was like, "Where are my honest women at? I'm just looking for a girl who, says who she is." And I don't know how we started talking, but then I said, he said he hated spiders, and I said a praying mantis flew into my face recently, and then he was saying something like, I don't know, but I said something about being.
What is the point of even getting caught up on what the heck these people are saying? Because in the end of the day, they go dot, 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 and then they end.
Yep.
Is what I feel like. It's this constant, I really feel like it's this cycle of everyone is like, hey, how are you doing? Good.
Bye.
And you can regurgitate that in any way you can, but
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I'm looking for any sort of substance ever, but you're never going to get that because everything is energy, in my opinion, and you're never going to get that through the app. You're never going to feel if you actually connect with someone or actually like someone. It's never, we were talking about this the other day. It's never going to be like, hey, I really, can have a conversation with you
Right.
or think something of you. Because I'm always going to negate you by swipe, swipe, swipe. I told him the other day, I went to the pharmacist. And I was like, hello, pharmacist. And I was like, this dude's hecka cute. But you know what I would do? I would swipe like a motherfucker on him.
Right.
Because I
You
was
got
like, no, because you aren't the height, you're not the quality, you aren't the thingy. But in person, like, wow, you're hella charming, and
Right.
you're actually supple and conscious, and you have beautiful skin.
right.
But I know for a fact that if I saw pictures of you and like your little bio and your little thingy saying you were like a little pharmacist,
Right.
your little ACs and your whatever, like, but in person, I was like, I find you hella charming.
Right.
So
it's-
I was like,
so
I'm
it's-
like studying. For me, it's been a study.
Yeah.
Because I've never been on these apps. It's not really as a bartender. It's not really.
Oh,
fitting.
you
I
don't
live
need
the
to.
app.
That's how you meet people, is being at
I
bars.
live the app. I live the app. But I found it very interesting because I was like, wow, you're just like, you would never know. You would never know that you were like negating someone that was super proper or super thoughtful or horrible
Right.
person.
I feel like, so this guy, he was saying, vanilla is boring. We like crazy girls. And I said,
What?
that's not what your profile says. You say, so if I can hear that, then all of the Instagram.
Well, it's gonna be just a little bit, you know.
I got the girls sushi for dinner, and they are unpacking it behind you. I also got me sushi for dinner. So anyway, but I said, well, your profile says different. You know, your profile says you're looking for something wholesome, whatever. And like, no offense, but like, I'm like, I know I look crazy and I'm energetic and whatever, but like, and Dave can tell you, other than when someone pisses me off and I'm a little bit what is it? Not controversial. Confrontational. I'm very vanilla. Like, I play by the rules. You know what I mean? I'm simple, like intimate wise. I don't need a marathon. I don't need to be turned around. I don't need to hang from the ceiling. Like, I'm good with it just being vanilla.
Noted.
Right? No girl, like, if you're, and this goes to all my viewers out there, like, if you want to have 25, 30 minutes worth of sex, you're gonna have an infection. You're gonna need to go to the doctor. It is not meant to do that, okay? Get it done sooner, take a break, whatever.
Agree to disagree.
Oh my God, I can't do a half an hour, 45 minutes.
You're gonna get in trouble.
I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, for most, I don't know. Can you do an hour? That's a long time. Okay, check in the other box for you, Rob. She's already a winner. So I just kind of felt like this guy was such a fucking liar, right? Because he was like, I'm just trying to have a good time. That's fine. You can have a great time, but then you should put on your profile, I am
Just got really high pitched.
me? Oh, I get squeaky when I get excited. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
That doesn't sound vanilla. You should play on that.
I know when I get like pumped up, I'm like, ah! So anyway, I ended up screen recording his whole thing, and I'm gonna put him on blast at some point. It's fine. You want to get freaky? That's cool. Just say that. Just say, you know what? I'm looking for a good time, not a long time.
So did you negate him?
No, I unmatched him. Like, I unmatched him right away. I served him some hard truth. I waited till he saw it, and then I was like, bye, Paul.
A conversation I've had where like people are like, hey, I'm like, and they like engage to like a point on these dating apps, and then I'm always like, sweet, awesome, but I'm a bartender, so I can have a million conversations.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm there. And then they're like, and I'm like, you fake bitch, dude. You fake bitch. Like, people are so freaking fake. And they're like, honestly, they're just not there. And I honestly have to recommend to everybody, meet people in person.
Yeah.
Just approach a woman. Just approach a man. Just say hello.
You know what? On that topic, do you guys all, and Dave, you can chime in.
I think a lot of younger generations. I grew up in both generations, where I grew up in going to the bar, meeting and talking to people.
Yep.
And I'm good on both, but I think the younger generation, they don't have the people skills. And also, we're in an era where
there's a whole other generation.
Yes.
It's that persona thing I was talking about.
Years, I didn't mean in status.
But we're also in the Me Too movement, so guys don't want to be called creepy.
We've gone past that now.
No, we're still on it. We're still on it. You're right, because it's hard to be your authentic self. Like if I'm trying to be real, like people look at my tats and my hair and my responses and they're like, she's kind of a bitch. So she's probably a freak in bed. And it's like,
What?
you don't know me at all.
Your child saying what?
That's my daughter behind me going, Mom, stop. But she wanted to be up here. Do you guys all on Dave's side over here on TikTok and you guys, do you guys think that texting culture killed real conversation abilities?
100%, 150%.
And Dave, what do you think about that?
That what texting culture has killed it?
Has killed the ability to have real conversations.
You know what? I'm kind of on the fence on this one. Like, I think people that thrive on having those conversations and really enjoy it are going to do it regardless of whether it's texting, whether it's saying it in person. Like, I think that just really kind of comes down to your communication style and what you're comfortable with, and if you actually want to communicate. I
Yeah.
mean, if you really want to talk to somebody, you're going to text or you're going to call or you're going to have an in person. I think
Right.
texting makes it a lot easier for people to just basically be lazy about that and to not like put in as much energy. But the thing too is like, especially when people have busy lives, and I think, we're certainly seeing this ourselves, is like
Yeah.
texting at least gives you that opportunity to, to stay in touch, to let somebody know how you feel, to like work out plans. But
Yeah.
I think it all really boils down to like how much you actually care about communicating to begin with.
Yeah. Wait, can you guys hear him okay?
Yeah.
That's dope. I love that they think on when you and so with that, like I think that, and Rob, you can tell me if I'm wrong, and Dave doesn't have a say in this, but like I think when I text you guys who know me, I think I come off the same way in my text that I do in real life. Am I wrong on that? Kennedy, I can hear you.
I think you're more squeaky and
Yeah.
Listen, I have damaged vocal cords, okay?
But you can still supposed to look
I
like.
used to yell for a living.
I want to chime in.
Yes.
We're talking about dating.
Yes.
You will never lock me down via message, like text message.
I love
You're
so
never going to lock it down.
yes.
I need to meet you. I need to feel your energy. I need to have a conversation on the phone.
Yeah, I'm saying that with text culture, she's not going to get locked down from a text message. Like she wants the phone call, she wants that connection. She's moved out of her home state to another city because someone put in the time to make the calls.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And I don't know if that's necessarily what your question was, but I mean,
No,
I completely.
I was getting there because I was going to ask that because we were talking about did text culture ruin conversation. There have been times where I've been, prior to meeting you, Dave, where I'm on Hinge and people want to call on the phone right away.
Mhm.
And sometimes I'm like, do I really want to talk on the phone right now? But
I mean, I think it's always a balancing act, but I think personally, as a guy who's spoken to a lot of women about like, what is okay, what isn't okay, what's creepy, what's too fast. Like,
yeah,
I think what I personally have found is that you always like texting to begin with is good, right? Because it at least establishes that if this person doesn't know how to write and they sound like an idiot, chances are they might be that way when they're talking to you too, right? Maybe
totally.
they're going to slip up and say something, and then great, you don't have to jump on a phone call.
Right.
But for me, at least when I was dating on Hinge, like there was always the text back and forth, to really see like, what people were like, what they're into, what they like about your profile.
Right.
But then I think you always want to walk that fine line of like, how long should you take and just kind of like texting back and forth before you ask them if they're at all interested in having a phone call. And for
Right.
me, like when I was dating, like I always preferred to have a phone call first, just to see what they were like, but also just to kind of give them the ability to have that gut check to see if like I'm the type of guy that they would actually like to have coffee with.
Where do you guys all stand on FaceTime?
Wait, I have a third thing to interject.
Go ahead.
The voice texts.
But
Those are pretty fire.
the audio messages?
They work
Oh, yeah.
well.
Okay. I'm going to agree and I'm going to disagree at the same time. I do like them because then you can hear the voice. You can hear me squeaking through that.
Right, or you can hear like a man talk like,
Yeah, you're like, uh-oh, he sounds like me. I don't want that. But I feel like if you send me an audio message, then I should probably send you one back. And then I'm like, at this point, we should just talk on the phone.
Well, sometimes I'm like just driving and I'm living my freaking life. So I
Okay, all right.
now I have 5 seconds.
Totally fair. That's totally fair. And also, every time I send an audio message without fail, I'm always like, whatever I'm saying, period. I'll say that. And I'm like, fuck, I don't have to say it because I'm not texting. But where do you guys...
I say period when I'm talking anyway.
I say, yeah, period. But like on FaceTime, like, I think that if Dave wasn't around and I didn't have the best of all my worlds, right? Like, I think you're like, I would want to FaceTime with someone at some point. Because then you can like see what they're doing, right? Or you can, see what they're all about. And I feel like
never done that.
So you don't think that
some of the apps have that feature built into the app just to make people more comfortable and be more secure.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah, I'm all for the FaceTime. I believe Bumble has that.
Does it?
Yeah, the built-in FaceTime.
Oh, I didn't know that because I know like what I've seen on Hinge is like you can record a video of yourself or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm all for that. Right out of the gate, I'm like, all right, here's my number if you want a proper text, and let's have a phone call right out of the gate.
Totally. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, sometimes
I can close the deal over a phone much quicker than I can typing all these little letters. Forget about it.
The notifications don't always come in real time either, and I just don't have time for that. Let's say you meet someone when the dating app. What is this? Oh, hi, Avery. So you're meeting someone on a dating app, and you've even gotten to the point where you're texting, and you're like, you know what? There's no spark. It's not going to work out. I don't even want to meet you, or you've met, and it wasn't what you wanted. Where do we feel about ghosting versus honesty? I'm going to ask Dave really quick first, and then I'm going to get back to the Ryder fam. Where do we feel about ghosting versus honesty? Now, I don't mean you got to be a brutal bitch. Just, maybe someone is already like crossing boundaries or whatever. What is the best way to be like, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore. Go ahead, Dave.
I mean, that's pretty much it. If it's just not working out with somebody and you haven't really even if you've just been texting, like I personally will always just send a message saying like, hey, thank you very much for your time. I don't think this is going to work out. Best of luck to you, and just move on.
Dave Avery says, hi, Dave. She does. That's how you spell his name, Avery. Avery says hello.
So, hi, Avery.
Okay. Ryder fam, where are we at versus ghosting versus honesty?
I would definitely agree with Dave to have some verbal closure there. I did do a mistake of ghosting, and I think last time I was on your little podcast here, I was kind of touching on that, but I am banned now permanently from Bumble. And that is because I was dating a girl.
Special.
We broke up. I started dating another girl I met on the app. Right? It was right around Thanksgiving time. She's like, I got to travel out of state for my Thanksgiving. And I'm like, great. I'm just not going to call her back when she gets back in town. And I didn't call her back. And then I heard from her months later saying, basically really pissed off that I ghosted her. And she called Bumble and told them that I raped her.
Whoa!
Essay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Great.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have a policy. Believe the woman. You don't need to take a report from the man. Believe the woman. And boom, booted me off.
It's like living in Oregon. There's tenant rights, not landlord rights.
And California, too.
Wow. Really? Good to know. Just kidding. I would never do anything like that.
I'm permanently banned now for ghosting someone.
Wow. So in this case, honesty would have been the best policy.
It would have, and had she had called me rather than yelling at me and threatening me, oh, why didn't you call me? I would have been like, you know what? Because I'm seeing someone else. Yeah. But that never came up. She called me with threats and anger, and then called the app, and I was permanently banned.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Because of SA.
Because of a lying, like a SA allegation. Yeah, that's not good.
I didn't do it.
I can't with people who do that. So I wanted to say too, like, it's funny. I say, like, I don't know that the one is out there on Hinge, or like you were saying, like, a text message is not going to lock you down. Like, do you think that one of the things I kind of had talked about at one point was, wait, also pause for a second. I have been editing
I
recently.
want to talk about ghosting.
Okay, hold on that. I have been editing lately the live. So normally I would just download them, I'd post a highlight, and I'd post the live replay on YouTube. And now I'm editing them because they tend to be long or whatever. And for the amount of times I say, when I'm editing and I hear myself saying it, it's so obnoxious. And so I do want everyone to know that what? I love you, Zal. I'm really working on not saying, after everything, because if it was a drinking game, I'd be dead. So back to that. We were saying about the one being out there. Do you think that, you can literally shop for people, and our expectations of checking boxes and compatibility have we oversaturated it? And I'm not going to keep everybody too much longer because I really appreciate everyone's time. But do you think that our expectations for finding the one or a really, at least a solid partner, were this big, and now we whittled it down to this because you want someone that wants to go to the Greek theater, that has a Disney pass, that also has been to Europe 6 times but loves Father John Misty? Okay, Ryder's.
I don't think there's definitely just the one. There's plenty of the ones.
Right? Soul matches, right? Not necessarily a soul mate. There's plenty of matches.
But there is soulmates. There is
you think?
Love at first sight.
Yes.
And how are you going to find that? Not on an app.
I agree with you.
Next, the second you see them, that's not going to be on an app.
I had that down in one of my talking points, that the organic. I'm not a matchmaker. I wouldn't say I'm successful in love, right? I've had a few long-term relationships that I got a kid out of one. I got a great guy out of another one, but I do think that the organic way of meeting people is where it's at. No, I met Dave, ironically, coincidentally, what the fuck?
At the Taco Bell. Yeah.
No, not at a Taco Bell. No.
It was a Crunchwrap Supreme. We took a bite.
It would have been a gordita.
That's her nickname for me.
Your nickname is the Crunchwrap Supreme. You're right. We were both going to see Orville Peck at the Palladium, and we were both going solo, and I'd never been to a concert by myself. So I put on Reddit on the Orville Peck forum, if anyone is going on their own and wants to hang, I'm here. And he answered that. So it turned into this beautiful friendship and whatever the fuck it is now. But it's funny because when we met, it was this Dave, I don't know for you. How can you not love me at first sight, though, right? But I'm just saying,
first of all, let's just say that.
Right. But when I met him, I was like, oh my God, I would totally fucking date you. You're awesome. We had a lot of this. It was just so amazing to find someone that did have all of the same parallel life shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? That we didn't have to, go through all that awkwardness. We were just there to hang out.
Yeah, but I mean, I think, and we've certainly talked about the way that we kind of approached that first meet, we're both differently approached it, but yeah, I think for me, and I've mentioned this time and time again, that it's my goal wasn't to see if the woman that was there was gonna be really cute and if I could go out with her or whatever. It was just to, have a great time with somebody. And I think, as a guy, that certainly took the pressure off of it because, you hear these stories about women just want to go and enjoy a show or a restaurant and they, guys hit on them.
Right.
And I guess for me, I didn't want to do that. Right. So I think the fact that I wasn't looking at you as somebody that I was, trying to get in bed with made it a lot easier to just, treat you like a human being and ask you questions. And then apparently you really liked my butt. So I guess it worked out in the end.
He has the biggest ass on a man. And I love what?
Baseball player?
No, he's not. He doesn't do any kind of sports. He owns a video game studio. He is.
I feel like we need to put it in the chat.
Wait, he's on TikTok. Wait, Dave, you are athletic. He runs marathons.
No, I do long runs. Yeah.
But anyway,
he's a runner. That's why I have a fat ass.
It's interesting though because Dave, you knew what I looked like. I had no idea what you looked like.
Yeah, no, that's true. You could have been trafficked. Who knew? But yeah,
I
I mean,
could have
it's
been
like,
trafficked. Listen,
but I think that, but that made it, I think, so that I was more conscientious of the fact that, the approach was to just meet a friend, not
yeah,
to get a date.
yeah, yeah.
First of all, everyone, the world is completely safe. You should trust everyone. The odds of you getting into a bad situation are so small compared to you actually finding that love or that friendship.
Yes.
That's what everyone needs to know. I've traveled the world. This is the reality.
I'm too annoying to be trafficked. So yes, agreed on your.
That's what I felt. That's what I felt like. I was like, oh my god, if you traffic me, like, good luck to everyone.
Yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere with this. But yes, I agreed that the thought of like finding the one, it could be out there, but I agree with you. It's gotta be an organic situation. You're not gonna find that, oh my god, from the app. Like, you might be like, wow, that guy's hot, or that woman's hot, or oh cool, she's whatever, but you're not gonna feel.
Let me give you some stats right now with the dating apps.
Okay.
When these dating apps first evolved, so we are at a record number right now of men in their 20s that are virgins.
Whoa! What happened there?
And I'll give you the reasons behind all these, but let me give you some stats. So
okay.
There are a record number of men in their 30s that are reporting they have not had sex in 1 year or longer.
What?
And we are at a record number of women in their 40s that are completely unhappy and miserable.
Because of?
Well, let's talk about the 20s right now. Okay. So when I was in my 20s, I could meet a girl in a bar, or meet a girl, not in a bar, let's just say meet a girl.
Yeah, Bone City.
And say, hey, I got a 6-pack of beer and a mattress in my garage. You want to come over? And the girl would come over. But now that same girl has access to men in their 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And she could either go out with me with my mattress and my 6-pack of beer, or the 30-year-old who says, I got a Tesla, a condo, and a hot tub.
It was your only neighbor.
Right? So who's that girl going to go out with?
Wait, do you have the Tesla now?
No, I have a 2025 Toyota Tundra.
Oh, that's right. You got a big man car. Yeah, well, I will tell you right now, neither of those sound great. The first one sounds like I'm for sure going to get trafficked. The second one, I would get in the Tesla for what reason and what reason only, Dave? Tell them.
To make it fart?
To make it fart. That's the... I would get in the Tesla, be like, can you make it...
That happened to me once. I was standing in a parking lot and someone made their Tesla.
Make a fart, and then I'd be like, it's been great meeting you. Thank you so much. I'm going home to my 8,000 dogs and my cat.
Yeah, it doesn't use that feature.
You can make it... Have you seen it where you can make it fart on the outside?
We are living in idiocracy. We're living in it.
Rob, if you have it parked and you put your blinker on, it will fart on the outside.
Oh. That's good.
Classic Elon Musk.
I mean, farts are funny. Farts are
really
funny.
My ringtone and my text tones are farts.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder why I'm single. So, anyway, do we...
It could be because your name is Super Jen Dallas.
It could... I love it. I love it. I love that you still know me as Super Jen. That's fantastic. Do we have any final thoughts? Otherwise, I'm going to tell you guys these. So, Rob and my favorite... Oh, my God. I'm getting a notice. Like, your payment for Coachella was declined. Yeah, because I'm not working full-time because I'm an entrepreneur. I'll get it. It's coming, Axis. Get in line behind my landlord. One of the things I'm doing now is at the end of every episode, well, before the episode, I'm adding songs to a collaborative Spotify list based on the episode. And you can find the link to that Spotify list on my link tree on Instagram. But before I tell you what the songs are, what are our any parting thoughts on the dating scene? How are we feeling about dating? It sucks. Okay. It's overall, I think the vibe is that dating sucks.
Online dating is a cesspool.
Okay.
Meeting people in person is the way to go. Approach a girl in a grocery store.
Okay.
In a gas station. Say hi. Ask them out.
Have hobbies together. Go do something fun. Like whatever happened to the little...
Say hi, dude.
Remember like going on the swan boats and what was it in Echo Park? Go to LACMA. Yeah. You know,
they have it in Long Beach now. Let's swan boat around.
I totally agree with all of this. I think like
What's the worst they can say? No?
I don't like you.
It's
Yeah,
not- no,
you're
yes,
shorter.
yes.
You're shorter than I thought you would be. Who gives a shit? I'm so short. Anyone is taller than me, and I think like you're right. I think that the dating apps and social media in general have, and I'm not hating on social media because I'm trying to
Wait,
make.
you didn't say your part that he has like a really poignant part.
Go ahead,
that
Rob.
it really inflates people's ego on what that they're capable of, right?
What?
Because of what they're matching with.
Yes, you're saying that like.
Right. So I had come out with those stats.
Oh
right,
yeah,
the
sorry.
20s,
Stats.
The 30s. So we have a record number of men in their 30s that
The
haven't had
virgins.
sex in 1 year or longer. Well, that's generally because all of the women that date upward are only there. 10% of the men are getting all of the women. So these 10% of the men are landing in all the women's inboxes, and all the women are picking that king of hearts, not the 10 of hearts. And so those 10 of hearts are getting asked out. But by the time women enter their 40s and now are really ready to settle down, they're looking in their inbox for that king of hearts, and he's not there anymore.
They're getting like the 2 of
He
spades.
doesn't want a 40-year-old. He wants a 20-year-old.
Yep.
And so you have a record number of women going, well, no, I know I'm worth it because I had, for the last 10 years, I had all these king of hearts and king of spades and the king of clubs. Where are my kings?
Yeah.
They're not in the inbox anymore. They're not returning your calls. They're ghosting you.
Yep. Which we've talked about.
That's why we have miserable women in their 40s.
Actually, on that note, it was funny. Someone.
Miserable women.
Some. I mean, of course, there's
We have-
outliers.
They may just be
Crushing.
unsatisfied. Maybe. It's funny. And this is the last one I'm gonna make. When I started on Hinge again, I was like, I forgot to check that box. Like, this is a deal breaker.
Right. That's
Okay.
what I was going to say. You need to do that.
That
The
is.
deal breaker thing is a real thing, and like, don't be ashamed to check it, especially on an app.
You have to.
Get off the apps.
I'm not. I mean,
Apps.
you know what? I'm deleting after today. You know what? I'm gonna delete it after today, and I'm gonna show you guys all the proof. But I will tell you this: this 25-year-old or 27-year-old or whatever, he goes to like. I woke up to 60 likes, and they're all like from 27 and under. And I go, what do you think you're gonna do with all this? Honestly, you're gonna need a
That's the
fucking.
whole point.
You're gonna need a fucking map. But I was like, so I matched him just because I was like, I'm flattered. What?
Sir, I'm gonna let you nibble my toe.
But I was not even. I was like, what mommy issues am I solving for you? And then as it turns out, the one horse client that I have that is my best friend, she is my family, she is everything to me. He knows her daughter. And I went, we're good. Sorry, I can't. You seem sweet, but you're not going to do something to me that somebody, number one, hasn't already done, and number two, isn't already currently doing. Isn't that right, Dave?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, Dave's never had sex before.
Hell yeah.
Okay, the songs that I added today on the playlist were Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen, Heartbreak Hotel by Elvis Presley.
I have one.
Go, tell me, I'll put it on.
I want Tyler Childers, Share This Space and Time.
I love Tyler Childers. Share This Space.
Space and Time, dude.
Got it. So I did the I'm a Believer by the Monkees and Love Story by Taylor Swift because, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce. But I love that Tyler Childers. Listen, go add me on MILF Hotline on Instagram. And the playlist is collaborative. You guys can add whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be about anything. Whatever I just want to have this, I think that for me personally, music is you ever make
It's a
mixtapes?
language.
Yeah, you ever make mixtapes back in the day? I make playlists, right, Dave? I make cute playlists. And so that's my language, right? Is I speak music. And I just feel like the best thing you can do with someone is collaborate over musical taste. So go add, Rob, and tell me your name one more time.
Morgan.
No, you didn't even get introduced as Morgan. We just got, this is my friend.
I said her name is Moesha.
Okay, just so you know, I work at a local bar in Lake Arrowhead.
Wait,
I did. Yes.
in Lake,
That's how I know her.
wait, are you,
Lake Arrowhead.
so are you
And
just,
then the customers make up a different name for me. There's 5 or 6 customers that make a different name every time they come in. Moesha, Morgana.
can I call you Momo?
Yeah, my
Okay.
name's Mama for sure.
Okay,
And I do have Morgasm tattooed on.
Morgasm. Oh my God, that's fantastic. Wait, so are you in town or you're going back to
Yeah,
Laker?
we're in Santa Clarita.
Okay.
Yeah, she lives down the street from me.
Well, why can't? Okay, well, are you here this weekend?
No, we're in Lake Arrowhead this weekend.
Well, fuck you guys. Okay, well then, whatever. All right, listen, Morgasm, Rob, really appreciate you guys being on here. Like that was so great. I really
Next weekend.
Dave. You know what, Dave? You're here next weekend, right? That's
Wait,
even
maybe yes,
Yeah.
yes.
that's even better because I don't have Kennedy next weekend, so that'd be great.
Aww.
All right, well you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much, Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being. You guys are my favorite. Rob, do me a favor. Can you go to my Spotify or my Shopify shop and get yourself an I have a shirt. You don't have to buy the crop hoodie. You can just buy
Can you just send me the link?
I will.
Send me the link.
You want to look cute, right, Rob?
Yeah, send me the link.
I will. All right. I love everybody. Thank you so much. I'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
And
scene.
scene. I'll call you in a minute. Bye.